What did the Deinonychus really look like? Throughout the years, there's been various interpretations of this vicious beast, perhaps most famously indirectly being Jurassic Park's Velociraptor, which is in fact based off Deinonychus, as confirmed by lead creature designer Mark "Crash" McCreary. Outside of this, the design has varied massively, being seen in Life on Our Planet with a sleek crow-like design, and even Jurassic World Evolution, where it sported this speculative fin across its head and back, which has been fairly criticized. But the Deinonychus is back in Jurassic World Evolution 3, who is the sponsor of today's video, and with it comes a brand new, more up-to-date design, and it is a huge glow-up to say the least. But is it really what the Deinonychus really looked like? Well, using the tools in Jurassic World Evolution 3, I've recreated the Cretaceous environment that this animal thrived in, so we can get a closer look at this deadly carnivore and figure out what it actually looked like. If you want to give this a try, you can get the game using our affiliate link, which actually helps us out. So now, let's step back in time. Welcome back to the early Cretaceous period, approximately 125 to 100 million years ago. Deinonychus inhabited floodplains or swamp-like ecosystems in what is now known as North America, a habitat which included a variety of environments like tropical or subtropical forests, deltas, and lagoons. These rich environments supported a wide array of other animals, including its prey, such as the iguanodon, a large, bulky herbivore measuring up to 11 meters in length and weighing 4.5 metric tons in body mass. But the Deinonychus aren't the only apex predators in the valley. They share this region with the infamous Acrocanthosaurus, a giant theropod with razor-sharp teeth reaching 12 meters in length. Deinonychus was first discovered in 1931 by paleontologist Barnum Brown in Montana, USA. However, it wasn't until 1969, when even more fossils were discovered, where it got its iconic name. Deinonychus anteropus, also known as the Terrible Claw, is a carnivorous predator that reached 0.9 meters tall with a length of 3.4 meters. It weighed approximately 100 kilograms, the same weight as an average female Bengal tiger. It's a sleek, mid-sized hunter with a variety of tools at its disposal to take out prey much larger than its body weight, hunting with precision and agility, using a combination of speed, claws, and intelligence to take down its prey. However, recent studies of the limb proportions of Deinonychus and other dromaeosaurs found that they were not adapted for high-speed running. But this doesn't make it any less of a deadly killer. Its most iconic weapon was the large sickle-shaped claw on each hind foot, which it could retract and then drive downward like a blade into its target. Rather than slashing wildly, this claw likely delivered controlled, powerful kicks to wound or pin struggling animals. Deinonychus also had strong, grasping hands with curved claws for gripping and restraining prey, and a stiff, counterbalancing tail that helped it maintain stability during attacks. Its lightweight frame, forward-facing eyes, and sharp teeth suggest it was a coordinated hunter, and fossil evidence suggests it possibly worked in groups to ambush larger herbivores like Tenontosaurus. Deinonychus had excellent depth perception, being able to judge distances accurately while attacking prey. Its vision was more comparable to that of modern birds of prey, suggesting sharp daytime eyesight rather than nocturnal adaptation, and would rely on precise, hawk-like focus to track and strike moving targets with deadly accuracy. Deinonychus also possessed another adaptation that gave it an edge in its environment, that being feathers. Although no direct feather fossils have been found with Deinonychus, strong evidence from its close relatives shows that it almost certainly had a full covering of feathers. These feathers would have provided vital insulation, helping it regulate body temperature in the warm but seasonal variable climates of its Cretaceous environment. A coat of feathers could also have helped young or smaller individuals stay warm during cooler nights or wet periods in the swampy lowlands it inhabited. In addition to insulation, feathers may have aided in communication or display, allowing Deinonychus to signal to others during hunting or mating, and offered slight aerodynamic benefits for balance and maneuverability. Far from just decorative, These feathers were a key adaptation that made Deinonychus a more efficient and versatile predator in its environment. Now, looking at the Jurassic World Evolution 3 Deinonychus, it has all the hallmarks that would make it an accurate design. But does it? It is a huge improvement over the previous design, to say the least, but it's not perfect. The head is slightly too large, the eye placement is off, and the plumage, whilst looking nice with some lovely colours and patterns, isn't quite as full and thick as it likely was. The head shape is also outdated, as we now know Deinonychus didn't sport this more triangular head shape, but it's overall a pretty good design, it's just not completely accurate. However, there are some recreations that are more accurate and give us possibly our best look yet at what this animal really looked like. Such as this art from Fred Weirham, who has made a very faithful recreation of what is, in my opinion, the coolest dromaeosaur. Something many recreations get wrong, including the recent Life on Our Planet recreation, is the wrist placement. These animals could not rotate their wrists, so this movement would have been impossible. Fred's art fixes that problem, as we can prominently see non-pronated wrists. It lines up with the skeletal structure of Deinonychus and sports a nice, natural hawk-like feather pattern. However, this is entirely up for interpretation. Birds have all sorts of colourful plumage, so this could have been bright blue for all we know. But for an adaptation to the more swampy wetlands of its environment, a muddy brown colour scheme makes complete sense. Scott Hartman has also done an incredible job demonstrating the now understood skeletal structure and physical form of the animal, and as we can see, it's in reality quite different from the creature we've come to know in Jurassic Park. Notice the more bird-like stance, which is entirely possible in many Paravians, compared to the more lean, straight form we've seen up to this point. But possibly the most accurate is by Emily Willoughby, who has painstakingly recreated the Deinonychus step by step from the bone to the muscle to the flesh and feathers, and the result is excellent. She even provided a diagram showcasing exactly how it lines up with the skeletal structure. All of these reconstructions, from Fred Weirham to Scott Hartman and Emily Willoughby, bring us closer than ever to seeing Deinonychus as it truly was. Not a scaly movie monster,
clever girl,
but a living, breathing animal. Each artist builds upon decades of research to strip away the Hollywood myth and reveal a creature that's every bit as fierce, intelligent, and awe-inspiring as its cinematic counterpart, just in a very different way. We're still learning so much about these dinosaurs like Deinonychus, and what we recognize as these vicious beasts has changed drastically over the past few decades. We've gone from naked chicken lizards to sleek birds of prey, getting ever closer to seeing what a dinosaur really looked like in real life. Jurassic World Evolution 3 has made huge strides in refining the Deinonychus design, and honestly, I love it. It's easily one of my top 3 in the series. That said, it's not completely accurate to what the animal would have really looked like, and that's okay. This is Jurassic Park, not a scientific documentary. Still, the real creature was every bit as fascinating and carried a natural, primal intensity that could rival even the most terrifying movie monsters. But what do you think about the accurate Deinonychus design? Do you prefer the classic naked Jurassic Park look? Let us know in the comment section down below. Don't forget to subscribe and chomp the notification button to become a resident of Dangerville today. I've been Alistair, and thanks Jurassic World Evolution 3 for sponsoring today's video. And we'll see you residents in the next one.